Joining us in the Ganadoras studio today is the founder, owner, and a trainer at Mija Fitness, a boxing and wellness community designed by women for women. Monique created Mija Fitness inspired by her own journey of self-discovery. Mija Fitness' mission is to empower Latina women and women of color who often feel out of place or uncomfortable in a traditional gym. Let's give a warm bienvenida to Monique Flores.
Hello.
Monique, it's nice to have you in the studio.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Now, I've been following you since the beginning of your journey. I thought you started pandemic, but it was 2021. Was it the pandemic that inspired you, or?
I would say the latter. The pandemic is what kind of like made me realize it's time to do something different with your life. And you know, I had, as everyone did, a lot of time to sit and reflect and just realize I went back into work at that point in like October of 2020. And I was like, yeah, this isn't it. And so I went into the job that I had at the time and I was like, I'm actually gonna quit today. And so I did. And it's just been such a life-changing experience. Very challenging, but also super fulfilling.
4 years later, your classes have grown. What is some of the feedback that you get from women? What makes it different than a traditional gym?
The people that stick around are just so authentically them. You know, they're not trying to be anybody else. And they're not like seeing what they see on TV and try to be that. They're just genuinely themselves. And like the weirder the better, like come through. It's such a beautiful group of humans that we have. And a lot of times it's their first step into the fitness world in general. But definitely their first step into boxing at the very least. So I feel like when they walk through that gate, they already have a sort of something that's ready to change within them. You know, so I think Mija Fitness is really an anchor to like help bring that out in them and support them through these changes that they're going to.
Another important thing for women, I don't think guys see this, but when I started boxing, it made me feel so empowered. I could walk down the street with a little pep in my step, like, oh, I wish someone would try me, you know? What have you seen in these women when they start, they build that confidence? What are some other things that you've noticed in them since their boxing journey started?
Oh, it's so cool to just watch them grow. It's so cool. Some of them come in like all timid and, you know, like shy, and then they're like out here like bam, throwing punches, you know, uppercuts, rolling, like getting the head and body move. And I'm like, yes. Actually, what you just said reminded me of one of the girls who's been with me for like 2 years now. And she walks through an empty, or like I think an like empty parking lot to get to her car from work. And she said she used to be scared to do that. And now she's like, she has that pep, you know, her shoulders back, you know, a little bit more confidence. And she's like, still don't come at me, but like, you know, like I can like hold my own, you know, and hearing that was so special. And those are a lot of the type of things that we start to hear. And I really love to see the women blossom and just like try new things, you know, like I had one of the girls is like, wow, like I'm an athlete, you know, I never would have known I'm an athlete. And I'm like, yeah, girl, you are an absolute athlete. You know, she's so good, she's quick, she's got the movements. What I really love about boxing and teaching women boxing, obviously, you know, there's a lot of life lessons that you can take, you can pull from this experience. And the perseverance, the resilience, the like not quitting through the tough parts, because it can be really awkward when you don't know the movements, you know, you're learning something so new. So I feel so proud of all the women who stick around and like push through those uncomfortable moments.
Like you said, I think boxing is just like real life. You learn how to respect people. You can feel strong and confident, but that doesn't mean you should go beat someone up or prove how strong you are at the bar when someone bumps into you. You know, it's just when you need to protect yourself, if that time happens, then show them what you got, you know?
Yeah. And hopefully you won't need to, but at least you got it.
For everyone tuning in, where can they go to train with Mija Fitness?
So we have 2 locations. We are in Culver City and Burbank, and Culver City classes are the bigger group classes. We have boxing class, and we actually just started a sparring class too, which has been really fun for the girls to get into that. Different type of energy, but like so needed. So yeah, that's kind of what we're offering right now. We also have wellness classes too. What I love to do is bring other women who love what they do. For example, life coaches, or you know, sound healers, or people in the holistic space. Even I had someone do limpias for the girls too, you know? So like I just want like having our ancestral roots also in the space is something that's really important to me, and like bringing into and just exposing the women to these things. So that's something that we also, you know, put a focus on as well.